Hello, another video of Microstakes 888. Um, I'm back to 4-0. I had a little stab at 10-0, and I'm going to have a little stab at set mining at the bottom left. But I had a little stab at 10-0, went well, reasonably. I felt pretty card dead at the table. Oh, wow, look at this squeeze. I felt pretty card dead at the tables, but ended up, ended up winning, $1 or two in the stab, so I guess I can't say it was a bad stab. But now we're back to 4-0, and we're going to be playing here until our bankroll climbs above 200, and we're close to it now. 179.9, we're very close, and when it gets there, we'll be happy to return. This is a weird thing. He's opened under the gun to 8. Wow, this is weird down here as well. I don't think we can call. I just don't think we can call. We're not getting the right price. 44, set mining, that's not a good enough price to set mine here. Sevens though, interesting here. I am just going to fold. The reason I'm going to fold is there's been a lot, I've been seeing a lot more squeezes like here, like you've just seen here. Well, this isn't really a squeeze, but if I'd then put in 8 and then been squeezed. So I look for really favourable positions to set mine like we had here, in position on the bun. It's a very good position to set mine. I don't really want to be calling it under the gun raise, from middle position. It gives, 5 players a chance to squeeze us out of the hand, which is a bit grim. Here, I am definitely going to be calling, 4 to win 14 with an ace. Seems like a very good price. Our reverse odds are obviously bad. Here, we probably just have to check give up. Here, we probably have to make it 16. He checks back and we hit a 3. Do we want to take a stab here with ace high? I don't think we do. I think we just want to check back. Okay, so we've been called, the button's called us here, and this is the same guy that, he bets 4, that's interesting. This is the same guy that squeezed us, so he's obviously seems reasonably liberal pre-flop. We haven't got any hands on him, we've only got 9 hands on him. Do I want to call 4 to win 21 with ace 4? His under the gun range is a lot better than ours. I think I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just fold it to him, really. I know it's only one big blind, but ace-a-roos on the middle bottom table, hope to hit a 10. Not a good flop for us here, not a good flop at all, and we probably just have to check fold if this guy does want to take a stab. It's irritating not having any history on him, really. When he bets 40, I guess this guy, kind of depends what this guy does, but we probably just have to fold. When he bets 40 as well, we're never ahead. We just aren't ahead ever, and that ace would have just made things even worse for us. I am going to raise here with 3 people behind. I will make it small, I'll make it, just going to make it 32. Encourage him to call, but I don't really want anyone else to call. I don't want a flat here because, small blind, especially big blind, gets such a good price. Okay, it does fold, and that's a shame. Yeah, I mean, we were absolutely crushed. Ace-5 takes it down. Interesting flop float from this guy. Shame about the aces, but I think I'd rather that than me to just limp and then 2 people, like, both the blinds come in behind and then we're taking a flop 4 ways of aces. We can get into some really bad spots there where we end up, getting stacked, basically. I'm going to raise up the king on the button. I expect the blinds to fold most of the time and this guy to call. It'd be weird if he was just opening, if he was just limp folding. Given that there's 5 players that are going to be in position on him, seems a bit odd. He could, okay, so we get called out of the big blind, and then out of that, we hit a king and a 5. Maybe I should just fold when that happens usually. He bets 16. If this guy does anything, I'm going to raise. I'm going to make it, so let's say it was 15, I then want to make it about 60. Yeah, if it was 15, I would want to make it about 60. So let's do that. Let's make it, actually no, let's make it 55. See what's up. 7-9 here, 3 ways. We may well have the best hand here. Do I want to open up? No, offsuit, I don't want to open it up. Wow, and then a 5 rolls off. Okay. I'm going to let this guy have it. Maybe that's bad play, but I'm just going to let him have it. I'm going to make it 14 here. King 5. Do we want to put pressure on? 3-way. Yeah, we probably do. I don't think ace is a brilliant card. We've got 2 pair. Here I'm just going to check to him, try and induce him to make a play, see what he wants to say on the second street. Oh my word, when he shoves, I think we have to call. I think we have to call with king 5 here. Could he have ace 5, ace 4? Maybe. Could he have pocket 4s? Definitely. Could he have pocket 5s? Definitely. But I think we're winning this slightly enough to win. I mean, obviously we have to call this. The price is absolutely insane. King Queen, and we do take it down. Here, when he doesn't want to bet, I'll just make it small, see what he has to say about that. King 8, obviously folding top left. He calls, okay, and it comes to number 7. So it's an interesting board texture. I think, oh, is there enough we're getting value from here? I think there probably is just, I'm going to make it small. There's probably, if we make it, okay, folks, there probably just about was enough to get value from there. I think in that situation, we're probably better to check call. Jack 5, this guy's folded his button, what? Sorry, folded his big blind. Oh, just 1 out of 1. That's not enough, you know, 1 out of 1 is not enough for me to want to play Jack 5 from the button there. I've been trying to tie it up from the button. I think I'm a little too loose from the button. So hands like that, I'm happy to fold. Queens versus ace 3 here. Ace 3 dinks. That's good for us if he's willing to get it in with ace 3. We definitely want him in our game still. Interesting, weird min open. Weird raise by 8 cent here. Oh yeah, I don't know what he's hoping to achieve there. Unless it's just a really wonky value play. Ace 10 cutoff. Oh, we can't turn down 4 to win 30, can we? It's an extra big blind. Here we're just going to be check folding, obviously. This is a bit weird. Not sure about this. Got a gut shot, but I don't want to. I'm not going to overplay the gut shot like that. This is a bit weird. Not sure about this. Not sure about this with 2 limps. We've only got 6 hands on this guy. We've got a lot of hands on this guy. His VPIP from early position is quite low. Really not sure about this. Could they just be set mining? Definitely. I think we still have to make it. I'm going to make it 18 actually. I think one of these 2 players could very well just raise us out of the pot here. Blind versus blind, 7's obviously very strong. He folds, gives it up. This is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a re-raise from one of these 2 players. I don't think it's likely enough for me to not do this. Okay, so you just get flattered, and this guy could raise here if he's got aces, kings. You know, that you can make wonky plays. He just calls, and it comes a small flop. Okay. Raising kings on the button. Looks like I might fold round. Checks to us. I think we have to take a stab here. We represent, I mean, currently there's not that much they can call with here. Aces. Wait, was that straight after kings? Kings into aces, everyone's favourite mix. Not going to mess around here. I am going to raise it. I am actually just going to make it small. Going to make it 16, I think. Ace 10. Now the question is, what are we getting value from here with ace 10 here? I think there is enough to bet out once. We're in position, so we're likely to get check 2 on river. Okay, snaps us and it comes 4. I think we have to check back here. Oh, is there enough we're getting value from? Getting value from 8s, obviously. What are we losing to? We're not losing to much other than queens, kings and aces. Queens, kings and aces. Does he ever play this right? No. I think there is just about enough to get value from here. If he raises, obviously we're snapping. Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. Obviously we're snapping here. No 9 or jack. Okay, that's nice. Ah, that's such a shame with that hand there. I mean, my instinct was to check back, but after talking a little bit, I thought there was just an... Are you kidding me on this table right now? Are you literally kidding me? Kings, aces, kings. I mean, what in the world is going on? Hit a queen here. Does this guy have aces in his range? Why do you limp with aces? With an ace? Just seems a bit off. Ah, that hand's a shame. Should have just checked back. I thought there was enough that we were getting value from. I didn't. I guess I should have known. I mean, it's always difficult to play a guy that's willing to limp queen. You know, it's willing to limp queen jack from early position. It's always difficult to play against that. Going to call this once because I don't believe he has that many aces in his range. If he's got spades or clubs, he could very well bet again here and we might have to fold. Ah, when he bets 13, there's not much we're beating here. He's probably checking back all of his queens. He's only really betting again with aces or, like I said, the flush draws. I don't want to second guess him on a flush draw. So I think I might just fold here. I know we are getting a very good price. He's betting, you know, literally half pot. It's very close, but I think I just about have to throw it away. Shame, though. I should have taken note of when I started recording. King, what is going on? Are you literally? Have you seen this? Kings, aces, kings, and you know, a gap of a few hands, and then oh look, it's kings again. On this occasion, I'm actually just going to limp. I don't mind taking a flop three ways. Actually, I'm going to make it 12. Yeah, I don't want to underplay my kings and then get punished. That would be horrible. Happy to make it 12. I'm not making it too big. I want this guy to call. Oh, he folds. Wow. How can you limp from the hijack and then fold to a 3x raise? It just doesn't make any sense at all. You're going to be in position post-flop. Ah, this guy is Marks the Fifth, though. Do I have any notes? Oh, calling station. That's a shame. Ace 9, not taking any. Definitely raising this one up. Ooh, can I squeeze out a call? Two big blinds. You know what? I'm not. Even when I hit a king, I'm not happy. So why would I really fold out? No, I mean, we would have hit a king, so maybe it was a mistake. But who are we left with? Just that guy. Okay. It's difficult to have a hand that's beating us here. Taking this flop with 6-3. Nothing here to speak of. Obviously had a good session sitting on 13. You know, when he checks back again, can he ever have something that's beating us? Probably not. He might. Okay, I was going to say he might float it anyway, just because it seems like quite a opportunist bet sort of thing. If you understand what I'm saying. Half a big blind to win. You know, 2.5 big blinds. This guy could very well squeeze. Doesn't on this occasion. Where are my review hands here? So I've got one hand to review. I just want to try and gauge when I started the session here, basically. When I started recording. When did I start recording? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just look over at the end of it and try and find the hands. That's fine. Yeah, I don't really know when I started recording. But I don't think it was too long ago. Jack's on the cut-off. That's a good hand. Difficult one to play Jacks, but we're not going to complain when we pick it up. Whatever. I said it was a difficult hand to play, and we didn't have to play it there. This table is starting to break down at the bottom left, which is a bit annoying. There's not much keeping me in this game. This short stack kind of is, I guess. And we wish we were in this hand. Especially when he's betting out like that. Wow. We wish we were in this hand. It's got to be spades, surely. It's a very small raise here from Kiev, or whatever he's called. Wow, looks like they're getting it in. Wow, this is nice. This is the kind of thing that is going to keep us stay at the same table. Oh, has someone got a set? Wow. Set of fives. So, thank the Lord we weren't in this hand. Dinks the straight. That's just unlucky. Insta reloads though, he is not happy. Wow, this is good. This is good. These are the kind of players we like to see sit down at the table. Short stacks usually indicates weakness, but you know, can't be that hand. Is this guy? Oh, sorry, no, that's the guy that won. Wow, the table gets filled. Another short stack. So now there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 short stacks at the table. That's nice. It just means we need to be careful when we play against those short stacks. That obviously we understand we're not getting value from them. Sorry, we're not getting implied odds from them. But understand that they're probably going to stack off a lot of the time. Got 160 hands on this guy. He seems loose enough pre-flop that for me to feel comfortable making this bet. Pocket twos. Jacking suited, you know, I'm not going to open it all the way up from here. How passive is this guy on the flop? Does he fold to c-bets? Fold to bet 6 out of 9. Okay, so we're definitely going to be c-betting on pretty much all flops, I would have thought. Oh no, he just folds pre. Okay, that's interesting. Looks like we're going to get a king-a-roos. Looks like we're going to get a oh, I spoke too soon. I thought we were going to get a juicy set mine situation here, but I'm not going to be calling it when he makes it 28. We're just going to make this 13 actually with kings. Like I said again, we're not going to make it large. Usually I'd make it 15, and perhaps I should have made it 15. Ace king. This is a pretty good flop for us here. We're only really behind what 8 jack and 8 6, which is obviously a tiny part of his range. Could have 9 10 of course. That would be a shame here, and I'm going to make this 24. Seems fine. Do I want to raise? No, I don't. I'm only scared of an ace. I'm only scared of an ace, and I think raising will put him off betting here. Jack's not a good card for us, but it's not terrible. Wow, look at this. I'm actually going to make it shoves. Man. I'm going to, down here, I think we're getting, are we getting plenty of value? I think I'm just going to call, actually. Can I call here? Queen, king, I guess, maybe. This is a tough hand. Oh, the jack peels off. That's just the worst hand for us. This guy is labelled as a calling station, so I don't feel too bad. I'm going to check call on the end here. Ah, fuck it. You can just have it, mate. Should have bet out again. That's poor from us. Got shot to a king. That's all we've got going on, though. Hit a queen here. That makes us definitely confident enough to bet out just once. 9, not a good hand for us at all. Oh, we've both got ace, king, queen. This king's hand is a bit grim. We only lost 25 in the hand, though, which isn't bad. We hit the straight here. I'm just going to go for pure value. I'm going to pot it. This guy, how liberally has he opened early? He's opened very liberally early. I'm just going to call him back. Did he call or did he fold? I think he folded, didn't he? Yeah, he folded. Okay. Oh, not a good flop for us here. And he bets over pot. What is going on? When he bets over pot, it's a bit like, what? Why would you do that? I don't know, it seems a bit weak to me. But it's such a... I think I'm just going to let him have it here. It's an awkward one, and I'm going to review it as well. Ace Queen. It's a shame that hand of the Ace King, that guy, when we got heads up with the cooling station. We definitely should have bet again on river. It's a shame that we didn't, because we're getting plenty of value from that guy. You know, he is labelled a cooling station. So we should have recognised that and just been like, bet, bet, bet. I mean, it was a poor river for our hand, but not poor enough for us not to bet, and he had the perfect hand to just, that a cooling station might think was good somehow. And cool. You know, it's got enough showdown value that he might just call 3 streets of value, which is pretty crazy. But yeah. We really want to see this guy... What is this? We really want to see this guy reload for the full stack. That would be amazing. Takes it down, that's good. We only won 6 cents, but you know. Actually, this guy's folded his blind 100% of the time across. How many times? Fold blind to steal? Oh, just 2 out of 2, that's nothing. Not much action at the moment, that's fine. Easy fold when they make it 14 cut off. 8's hold against 2 ace queens. How the hell did they play their ace queens? That's what I want to know. How did they play it? Under the gun, call, limps in. Raised 16 with ace queen. Call with that, all in, and then they check it down, right? No, he calls the 20 with ace queen. Fascinating. 8's take it down. Wow. It's interesting, the buttons in a similar... Actually, no. The buttons in a... Apart from the right table, the buttons in a similar place on all tables, in that we're getting later and later positions, so we're probably going to have less and less action. So it's probably bad for me, actually, because I probably want to have... I'm going to be opening this if it folds to us. I probably want to have, you know... What? When he just makes it 12? It's like... We're crushed. We have to fold because we can't re-raise because it's under the gun range, is crushing us. And he seems like a reasonable player. We've got 131 hands. He's got... Actually, his under the gun range isn't crushing us all the time. But, wish we'd gone in now. But we can't call because then we don't want to get pressured by later positions. You know, a big re-raise and then maybe the under the gun guy calls. And it's just awkward for us to then bet again. But we'll make it 14 here with 9s. Maybe I should be... Nah, you can't fold 9s here. I'm happy to get it in with this stack here, if he wants to. I'm not happy, but I probably would get it in with this guy. Obviously not getting it in with anyone else. Interesting to see what he wants to do. Suited ace, not good enough from this position. Unless, of course, it was a better suited ace. Not saying I'd fold every suited ace. Cool, cool. Okay, we kind of need to set mine or see a 9 high flop. Not a good flop for us at all. The ace is there to spoil the party. Could check through, but I doubt it. There's lots of aces in these guys' flatting range. Not lots of aces, but plenty. When he shoves, we obviously just shut down. Ace 10 suited, but this guy's raised. How many hands do we have on him? 31. And he hasn't raised yet from early position. And he is legitimately under the gun. And he's only made it small, which to me indicates more strength than weakness, to be honest with you. Like, you've seen me limp aces under the gun before, just to try and induce action behind, so I'm not going to give him that privilege. This to me looks strong. Oh, the cooling station's in for it, though. Ace on the turn. Interesting. I hope he checks back. 5? What? Wow, that is interesting. 12, 3 big blinds to win 49 in... Oh, no, it's not suited. If it was suited, I would, and if it was 12, I would. If they'd only made it 12, I would. So I'm going to take a note on this guy, if I can. 2x open pocket pairs under the gun. Oh, it's 2.5x, wasn't it? I'm going to save that to his, right, it is this guy, isn't it? Yeah. Save it to his note section on Poker Tracker as well. I really want. Obviously, I can't call, but I really want to know what this is. Like, what on earth is he doing this with? If it was a slightly better hand, maybe I could squeeze out a call. Well, it's a terrible hand, but one big blind to win, however many big blinds that is, certainly worth it. Not a flop we're enthused to see, though. Even a king high flop, we're not particularly enthused to see, because you know. Well, it's better than this flop, obviously, but spades. We hit a 10 and there's one spade on there. He snapped us. I'm just going to check to him, see what he wants to do here. He bets over pot. Can't call that out of position. Can't call that obviously just a 10. Interesting that I don't see why he would donk off his whole stack there. I mean, if he's got a good hand, you know, it's your 4-way. So if you've got a, you know, a sort of medium hand, you're likely to get called. So there's no point donking off with a medium hand. And if you've got a good hand 4-way, you're missing out on so much value. Pardon me. I'm going to raise because we haven't seen this guy do anything other than fold his blind. And the same with the small blind as well. Likes to just, he's folding his blinds a lot as well. Okay, just going to respect it with Jack 5. Ace 10 button. Come on, 6-9. There's a 6 there. Not much else. Do I want to call this? Yeah, I'm going to call it with middle pair. And a 9. 10's no good for us. Ace 10 to this guy. We haven't seen him do much. The odds are probably just about good enough with 6-9 here. I'm just going to call in position. I'm going to fold Jack 4 here. Probably. Okay, so we had an 8, so we were behind the whole way. I'm not too distressed about that hand. We only lost 2 more big blinds. I guess that's reasonably significant actually. 10 on the flop, backdoor not flush draw. It's not a brilliant flop for us though, but it's definitely good. What can we do when he bets out 22 though? I mean, obviously we're scared of kings. There's quite a lot of good rivet turns for us. That's the thing. There's quite a lot of good turns for us. I'm gonna fold with one guy behind me. Could be gross, but You know, that's an interesting one there. It's an interesting one. Wow, we've been losing a lot in these last few hands. Look at that. -2, -8, -12, -2, -2, -12, -13, -4, -8. God, need to win a hand already. Just need to wake up with aces on one of the tables. I'm going to open King Jack suited from... yeah, I am going to open King Jack suited if this guy folds. He might not though. The longer he takes, the more likely is he does something. Nope. Okay. Happy to raise. Ace-3 folding, offsuit. Okay, so button calls. So we're going to a flop out position. Plenty of decent flops for us. If we get a texture like this, we're reasonably happy. Obviously, we're not happy to see Ace-10, but that's very unlikely. At this point, I actually think I want the big blind to call. This would be a great flop for us, like the one we get here, and this one would be a great flop for us as well. Ooh, it's a pretty good flop for us. I feel just about good enough to pressure here. Happy to bet 18. 4, happy to bet again. I think there's still plenty of hands we're getting value from, just about. Not going to make it big, just going to make it 35 here. And he calls. King, absolutely. I mean, it's a great card for us because now we're no longer losing to like Jack 10. Doesn't complete any flush draws. I'm going to bet out 82 here. I think we're getting value from enough hands. He could, if he has 9 queen, then then he just has 9 queen. Okay, he folds. I think the river value sizing is fine because we're getting plenty of value from whoops. We're getting plenty. I'm going to review it though, just because perhaps we're losing some value with our river sizing. Maybe if we make it half pot, you can find some sort of call with a worse jack. You probably can't. You probably can't find a call. I would have thought on river. You probably can't find a call. If we make it like 60, if we make it like 60, can he really call with a 10? I don't think he can, but like maybe. A lot of the time he has just got. Not a lot of the time, but at least some of the time he's got a flush draw, which makes me think perhaps we should check to him. But given that we bet out 2 streets, he's never going to be bluffing here with a flush draw. I mean, I really doubt that. And given the fact that we were the pre-flop aggressor and that king has hit our range pretty well, our perceived range. So I just don't see him betting out on that flop at all. So given that he called 2 streets, I think it was reasonable to assume that we could make a slightly larger, value bet sizing, make it 80 there into 128 or 125, whatever it was. So I don't think our turn, given that on turn we've made it, actually we had made it quite small turn, we've made it larger flop, and he'd called that. Interesting hand. It's an interesting hand. Now only 4 points to go until we get our $10 unlocked. Oh, we've had a straight. There you go. So we unlock our... Wait, how would we have a straight? 4, 5... Oh, to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, well. There you go. Why did we fold? Have to defend here. Oh, good flop for us. I actually don't think there's many aces in his range, given he just made it such a tiny bet pre. Have to call this with 11. He could be, we could just be getting screwed by a better ace. When he checks back and it comes king, I think there's enough hands we're getting value out of here. I think he might find a call with a king. I think that king has hit him reasonably. For 22, he can easily call with a king. If he raises, we have to fold. Yeah, we have to fold. He's never doing this with a hand that we're beating. Shame. I don't... could we have found a check back on river? No. For the reasons I just stated, I think there's enough hands we're getting value out of there on the end. That king has hit him reasonably well. I think he had queen 10 probably, given that he just, you know, checked. Given that on turn, when we checked him, he just checked back. Obviously, if he's willing to raise like that, maybe we can get away with a check fold. Will we ever check folding though? No, we're probably check calling. And given this, he's probably making it larger, so he probably did better to bet fold than check. Sorry, check call, I was going to say. I meant to say check call, not check fold. Because we probably have to call at the end, right? With top pair. 8-5. He's only folding his blinds. I think we can limp. Could definitely get punished here for limping. But yeah, on this previous hand, I think we're losing less money with the bet fold than we are with the check call, because I think he makes his sizing slightly larger. This is a good spot for us in position on the 2 short stacks. 8-5, definitely going to bet. Do we want to do anything here? I think I'm just going to fold 5 king actually. It's very close, obviously. And maybe that's a bad play, but I'm just going to fold. Pick up pre-flop here. Ace 8, playing 6 max. Oh wow, we sat out there because it took too long. That's bad. It's borderline anyway with 6-10, because there's so many people here that could easily just raise. They don't though. Only these 3 tables up here are actually solid at the moment. Suited ace, definitely opening that from... Well, not definitely, it's about just at the very edge of our range, but I think it's good enough to open a suited ace. And this is why. This is why. Dangerous flop, because it's very, very wet board, obviously. I've got the nut flush draw. The board is already paired, though. He checks back. I think we're going to bet to try and get him off an ace that's better than us. We could just be getting wrecked here, though. Okay, folds, that's interesting. Why wouldn't I want to post my small blind? Oh, because I sat out, it always asks you, doesn't it? Whenever you've sat out, it unticks the post blind box. That was a weird hand there with the nut flush draw. Probably not worth noting, but interesting one. It had the potential to be very interesting. It ended up not being so, though. If it been open-ended here. Oh no, he wouldn't. It would have been a gut shot to a 7. Speaking of 7s, here's the hockey sticks up here in the small blind. How deep are we on this guy? We're pretty deep on the guy. We're pretty deep on the guy. Not for 20 though, out of position. I'm going to look for slightly better positions to set mine than that. And look at that, 48 raise there. Got a K. This is very strong. We've got, oh, he's only got 59 cents behind. We've got K hands on him, and so far he's 3-bet once. Oh, sorry, 1% of the time, 5 times out of 500. So this is a very, very strong 3-bet here. And he has to, yeah, I put him on aces or kings. I put him on aces or kings. We'll see, though. Looks like we will see. The calling station folds after putting in half his stack. Yep, well, we'll see what they're holding now. Aces versus kings. I knew this was strong. I knew this was strong. He has to dink a king, or he is being stacked or almost stacked. What happened here, pre? It's just limped around pre, wasn't it? Small blind folded. It's a tough hand for this guy. You know, aces versus kings is always grim, but alarm bells should have been... I mean, alarm bells go off when this guy's literally 3-betting 1% of his range, but kings, you know, you should never fold kings pre. I genuinely don't think you should at 4-0 ever fold King's Pre. You can't fold King's Pre unless there's like 3 players that you have like a K plus hands on each of them, and they all shove, and they all only they all only 3-bet 1% of their range, and like 4-bet 0.5%, like literally aces. So always painful as a poker player to see aces versus kings, unless of course you're the one with aces. Probably just going to limp in here, or just call the min raise. Not a good flop for us here. Do we just fold to this guy's c-bet? Probably. He only makes it small though. He only makes it small. I'm just going to call this one actually. I think that we can credibly bluff here. I think we can credibly bluff. Because there's hardly any of this is in his range, is it? Given they called though, I don't like making a bluff on the end. Jacks, okay. Was he folding jacks there? Maybe. It depends. It does depend. Does depend. Interesting hand though. I'm going to review that. I'll pop that one up for review there. Maybe he folds jacks there, but it's borderline. It is borderline. Ace queen on button and suited queen on button here. Okay, we get a call. Very, very nice flop for us. It's a very dry board though, so we're not getting value from much, so I am going to make it smaller. I'm just going to make it 16. I'm going to make it really small, less than half pot. See what Rachiel 017 wants to do. Just folds. I think Willem was enticed by the fact that we made it so small pre-flop. I think that definitely was a factor. Not king queen offsuit, and even if it was suited I probably wouldn't open. Best case scenario, this guy calls when he hits a 6. Second best case scenario is he folds. Might end the video soon. I can't remember how long I've been recording for though. That's I genuinely cannot remember that. How long was it ago was I actually started the whole thing? The whole shebang. I started about 10:30 and it's now 11:30. Perhaps I should stop very soon. Okay, I'm going to stop soon. Not before I've raised this suited ace and folded out these garbage hands. So I think we'll play until half past, 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Not a good flop for us, but one that will definitely c-bet because it's so difficult for him to continue. Not a good flop for us here, multi-way. What the fuck's this? He snap min raises. It's just so weird. Why? There's a lot of good turns for us, so I'm actually just going to peel this one in position. That's a decent turn for us. We now have 2 pair. And he bets 40. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Damn it. That's 40 into 80. Oh, how can we... Oh, man. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's got something. Maybe he's just pure bluffing, but oh, that's a tough hand there. Definitely a tough hand there. A7 on the big blind here. The calling station's in, so if we hit our hand, we are very happy. Didn't hit though, that's a shame. When he bets out, just let him have it. I mean, he does see about 100% of the time. I know it's not a proper c-bet because he wasn't pre-flop aggressor, but, you know, limping in that only the blind's calling pretty much makes him the pre-flop aggressor. Not going to bother defending when he makes it, you know, 2.5x or 3.5x under the gun. It's just not worth it. Got shot to an 8 here. That's all though. Hopefully this guy checks and we can dink it. Not this time. Just going to fold 9-6 offsuit. Jacks. Wow, he played that weirdly. My word, he played those jacks weirdly. Just going to call. I don't see much reason to raise here. So he just limped in pre with jacks. And then basically just checked it around. Wow, that's good for us with 9s. Have to call here, obviously, with 10 queen. Pretty good hand, getting a ridiculous price. This is a great time to be on the button here. There's no danger turn cards for us at all. Absolutely no danger turn cards. He just bets out 20, that's interesting. Just going to call. Just going to call. The only hand we're losing to obviously is pocket 3s and better 9s, and there's not many of those about. So I feel fine to call. There's no really bad turn cards for us at all. And obviously there's some good ones really. I mean, there are some bad turn cards for us. 7's a bad turn card for us. 6 is a bad turn card for us. 4's not particularly... What the fuck? Oh my word. I don't think we can fold. You know, I don't think we can fold here. I really don't think we can fold. I don't think we can. I don't think we can. I mean, he's likely to have a better ace than us, but I mean, a better 9 than us, obviously, like a full house here. But I really, really don't think we can get away from this. It's just slightly too good. Oh, that's one of the hands we're losing to, though. That's a shame. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that one in before I stop recording. Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, probably was a bad hand. Probably was a bad hand. Gonna tag it as a bad hand as well. I guess the price was so ridiculously bad that we should probably have just folded. Suited connected deep on this guy. Feel confident to call. Wow, great flop for us here. Just gonna check call though. He does have you know 10s plus in his range. So I'm just gonna check call if he bets. Plenty. Oh, and he only makes it 8 though. It's like what? Really? Do you want to raise? See where we're at? I'm gonna raise partially for value as well. It's going to make a small one though. Okay, folds, that's interesting. And I'm going to end the video here. So thank you for watching today's ones, and I'll be making plenty more in the near future.